It's not a trick, but a treat for skiers in Northern California, where early season snow means Palisades Tahoe is open for Halloween skiing. Just the third time in 72 years the resort has had an opening weekend in October. A major milestone for COVID-19 and kids, the FDA authorizing Pfizer's low-dosage vaccine for children ages 5 to 11. Final CDC approval could mean shots as early as next week, but will parents jump at the chance? And what will it mean for schools? President Biden's education secretary joins us. The world stage. President Biden, just the second Catholic to hold the office, one-on-one with Pope Francis to kickstart a 5-day European trip. What Biden later told French President Emmanuel Macron, and what he left behind in Washington, the framework for a reconciliation package, but still no deal. Inside Tajikistan, a border nation with Afghanistan facing a new reality after the U.S. withdrawal there. We are on the ground to see why terror and the Taliban are growing concerns and speak with 2 Afghan pilots who flew out of Afghanistan and are now in hiding. Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and with COVID-19 infections falling, millions hope to get home for the holiday. So what can you expect, and how can you save? The Points Guy is here with your travel tips. And Furnishing Hope, the D.C. nonprofit that's finding new homes for used furniture. They've already helped hundreds, bringing comfort to a community in need.
I think that what it says, Furnish Hope. So it's bigger than just furniture. When people come in, they're in despair, they're confused, they're depressed. And our goal, again, is always to see them smile when they leave.
And good evening, I'm Andrew Dimbert, in for Lindsay Davis. Thanks for streaming with us. We begin tonight with COVID-19 and kids, and what may be a new tool in fighting the pandemic just around the corner. The FDA has given the okay to a Pfizer vaccine for children ages 5 to 11. That authorization triggers a shipment of 15 million doses across the country, and a green light from the CDC could come Tuesday, with the first shots available Wednesday to 28 million children. For kids, it's a lower dose, a third of what adults receive in 2 shots 3 weeks apart. But a new poll shows many parents may be reluctant. At the same time, here in New York City, a vaccine mandate is under protest by many first responders who faced a 5 p.m. deadline to get the shot or risk losing pay. But the city's top cop is reporting a surge in first doses among unvaccinated officers. And while new COVID-19 infections are declining across the U.S., a sober reminder heading into the weekend as the world quickly approaches 5 million deaths in this global pandemic. ABC's Whit Johnson leads us off.
Tonight, that long-awaited FDA green light. The Pfizer vaccine authorized for 28 million children between the ages of 5 and 11.
Their ability to make an immune response actually in some ways is often better than it is in adults. And that's one of the reasons we are very gratified with the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine, that we can actually use a smaller dose.
At just a third of the adult dose, the vaccine was found to be 91% effective against symptomatic illness, with some reporting mild side effects like sore arm, fever, and headache. The first 15 million doses now expected to ship out within hours to doctors' offices, pharmacies, hospitals, and clinics, so they are ready to go into arms as early as Wednesday after an expected sign-off from the CDC. 11-year-old Evie and 9-year-old Grant Kerner participated in Pfizer's trial.
This vaccine has been incredibly well researched, and the importance of trying it on younger kids, the 5 through 11 age group, was really just about getting the dosing correct.
But just over a quarter of parents say they're ready to vaccinate their young children right away when it's available. In North Carolina, Michael and Jennifer Spady are the primary caregivers for one of their 3 grandsons who is 6 years old. The couple is vaccinated, but not yet sure if they're ready to get him the shot.
It just seems like it come out so fast, and we're talking about a child. I feel like it's different for me.
And when it comes to adults, a new CDC study out today suggests vaccines offer higher protection than so-called natural immunity. The study finding that fully vaccinated people are about 5 times less likely to develop COVID compared to unvaccinated people who previously had the virus. But in New York City, a showdown over vaccine mandates. The firefighters union warning of shortages of first responders.
New York City is going to come to a crisis on Monday morning. Response times are going to go through the roof.
This after thousands of city workers missed a 5 o'clock deadline today to get vaccinated or go unpaid. But the mayor insists the mandates are working.
These numbers are moving constantly, but as of yesterday, the total workforce was 88% vaccinated. That's a very high number.
Whit Johnson joins us now. Whit, that vaccine authorization for young children has been a long time coming. What are the next steps here for the CDC?
Andrew, just a couple more steps to go here. Next Tuesday, a CDC advisory panel will meet and vote on specific recommendations for the Pfizer vaccine in kids 5 to 11 years old. If that goes as expected, the CDC director would then sign off, and we could see those first shots administered by Wednesday. Andrew?
All right. Thank you, Whit Johnson. Of course, the authorization for a COVID-19 vaccine for younger kids is expected to have a positive impact in keeping schools safe. But at the same time, the White House is also refocusing its attention on COVID testing in schools. For more on that, we're joined by Education Secretary Dr. Miguel Cardona. Doctor, thank you so much for joining us. Now, the Biden administration announced a plan today working with the Rockefeller Foundation to encourage schools to set up surveillance COVID testing for schools. So how would this plan work, and why does the administration view this as an important effort now, several months into the school year?
All right. Thank you. Yes, we're hearing from the field, and we know testing is critically important. And what we're hearing is that some technical assistance on this would be helpful. We know that President Biden announced $10 billion for testing, and we're hearing from states and districts that they want to hear best practices about this. So I'm really, really thrilled that the Department of Education, along with CDC and the Rockefeller Foundation, are teaming up to provide technical support and assistance and best practices in this area, which will include office hours. So districts can call us and say, this is what I'm struggling with. How can I get this going? We know testing is a part of the suite of strategies to make sure our students are safe and they're uninterrupted in their in-person learning.
And you touched on it there. The $10 billion for this type of school testing effort was designated last spring, but some states rejected their share and others have been slow to use it. One survey found that less than 15% of the nation's largest 100 schools were using the money. Can you explain the slow uptake and why you think this new effort will be more successful?
Well, I do believe it's going to be successful. We've heard from educators across the country that they're looking for this. As you know, the Delta variant hit right when we were reopening schools. Energies toward reopening schools and making sure we were staffed enough to reopen our schools was the priority. As schools are open now, educators and leaders across the country are looking at ways to keep their schools open and continue to build confidence in our community. And one way to do that is to make sure that they're lifting up those testing protocols. And part of this is also for us to communicate with states and districts how they can do this in a way that doesn't disrupt the education experience for students, and learn from ways other states are doing it or other districts are doing it. The Rockefeller Foundation has a lot of experience doing this. They worked in Seattle, Louisville, and in other places to make sure it's done effectively and expeditiously. So we want to take advantage of their expertise, their background, to make this possible for more districts and more states.
And let's talk about the timeline here. We'll likely see vaccines available for young children as soon as next week if the CDC authorization comes through. But we've seen polling showing higher hesitancy among parents on getting young children vaccinated right away. So what will the administration be doing to address that hesitancy in your efforts to keep schools safe from COVID?
Right. As a father, I can tell you when my children, who are teenagers, were able to be vaccinated, I breathed a little bit easier. And I know across the country next week, millions of parents are going to feel the same way, because now 5 to 11-year-olds we're expecting are going to be eligible for vaccines. So it is a step in the right direction toward having this pandemic in a rearview mirror. And younger children, the parents of younger children may be a little bit more hesitant, a little bit more nervous about this. But what we're doing is leading with our medical experts, communicating the safety of this, the importance of this. Parents trust their pediatrician. They also trust members of their school community. We were on a call today with the National PTA president talking about how we can work together to make sure that we're communicating effectively how this is safe, how it protects our students, our schools, and our entire community.
And you said last month you supported mandatory shots for older teens, but there hasn't been widespread uptake of that in many states. Given how contentious debates on mask and vaccine mandates have been, do you think it's realistic to expect vaccine mandates for either younger or older kids to get implemented this school year at all?
Well, we know it works, right? So for me, it's really about the state and local leaders making decisions for their community. And I think that's where the decision needs to be. But we know in places where vaccinations are higher, there's less disruption in school. For me, I really want to make sure our students have access to in-person learning. They've suffered enough. They've been disrupted enough. We know vaccines work. It's the best strategy we have battling COVID-19. And I encourage, when you're eligible, to get vaccinated and breathe a little bit easier, not just because you're vaccinated, but because you know you're protecting those around you.
And finally, on the social infrastructure bill working its way through Congress, the framework we've seen includes billions of dollars for universal pre-K for 3- and 4-year-olds. Now, if that passes, what are the biggest challenges on getting that rolled out so parents can take advantage?
Listen, transformational change is coming in education. Thanks to this framework, thanks to pre-kindergarten programming for children across the country, funding to increase access to college Pell, funding for programming, workforce development programs in our colleges. I'm really excited as an educator with this shift that's coming in education. And you know, you mentioned the challenge. Listen, there's opportunity here to partner with states. We know educators across the country will tell you early childhood education is critical. And we have an opportunity now to work with our states, work with our early childhood education leaders to make it happen. We're going to work with our states. We're going to work with those who are doing it already, those who are champions for it, to find the best strategies to engage parents and engage our youngsters who grow more when they have early childhood education. We know this investment, $1 for early childhood education, has a return on investment of $3 to $7. So it's good for the community. Most importantly, it's good for those youngsters to have a good start.
Education Secretary Dr. Miguel Cardona, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
President Joe Biden had a jam-packed day overseas. The president, who is just the second Catholic president in the history of our nation, got to meet Pope Francis, who called him a good Catholic. And Biden also taking responsibility for a faux pas after meeting with France's Emmanuel Macron. ABC's Cecilia Vega is in Rome.
President Biden at the Vatican today, spending nearly 90 minutes behind closed doors with Pope Francis. The meeting deeply personal for the second Catholic president in the nation's history.
You are the most significant warrior for peace I've ever met.
The president and the Pope shaking hands, exchanging gifts, laughing. President Biden says the Pope also gave him a vote of support on a controversial issue back home, privately weighing in on an effort by conservative U.S. bishops to deny communion to politicians like this president who support abortion rights.
Mr. President, did the issue of abortion come up at all?
No, it didn't. It came up, we just talked about the fact that he was happy I was a good Catholic and I should keep receiving communion.
He said that you should keep receiving communion.
Yes.
The Pope's move sending a strong message. On this first leg of his 5-day trip, the president, who campaigned on rebuilding America's image as a steady and reliable partner, spent much of his time mending fences with America's oldest ally. Last month, France was so furious the White House teamed up with Australia on a nuclear-powered submarine deal, they recalled their ambassador. But in front of the cameras today, it was hugs and slaps on the back with French President Emmanuel Macron. President Biden later conceding it could have been handled better.
The jig was clumsy. It was not done with a lot of grace. I was under the impression that France had been informed long before that the deal was not coming through. I honestly thought did not know you had not.
Not entirely an apology, but a promise that it won't happen again.
And so I want to get something clear from all the text. We believe that there is incredible that
Cecilia Vega joins us from Rome. Cecilia, President Biden had hoped to arrive in Europe with a big win, a deal in Congress to pass his domestic agenda and the bipartisan infrastructure package. Now, that did not happen, but today the leader of the House Progressives did sound optimistic.
Yeah, she did, Andrew. We're talking about Washington Congresswoman Pramila Jayapal. She says a bill will get passed. She says, in sounding optimistic, the Democrats are going to get something done. She says perhaps in a matter of days. But this is the reality right now. There still is no deal. These Democrats are still finalizing the language inside this legislation. And Andrew, tomorrow President Biden heads into these all-important G20 meetings right here in Rome without that legislation in hand. That is not what this White House wanted.
All right, Cecilia Vega there in Rome. Thank you. We turn now to the reaction from former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo after he was charged with a misdemeanor sex crime. A spokesman calling the move politically motivated, but the sheriff says there was an overwhelming amount of evidence. Here's ABC's Trevor Ault.
Tonight, the sheriff who filed the forcible touching charge against former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo says his case is strong.
I don't know if it'll go to trial. I think we have an overwhelming amount of evidence.
Cuomo's team hitting back, accusing Albany County Sheriff Craig Apple of a political hit job seeking headlines and not justice after he filed the misdemeanor charge without telling the district attorney or the alleged victim.
We handle this like we handle every investigation. And again, I want to put an emphasis on our victim cooperated every step of the way.
According to the complaint, Cuomo forcibly placed his hand under the blouse of his accuser and onto her intimate body part intentionally and for no legitimate purpose. The alleged victim is unnamed, but Cuomo's former executive assistant Brittany Commisso went public with her accusations in August, telling CBS and the Albany Times-Union he groped her at the governor's mansion last December.
What he did to me was a crime. He broke the law.
Cuomo vehemently denies her allegations.
Let me be clear. That never happened.
Commisso is one of 11 women who the former governor was found to have harassed in a report by State Attorney General Letitia James, who now says this criminal charge further validates the findings in our report. Today, James announcing she's now running for governor herself.
The former governor is now scheduled to be arraigned November 17th, and the sheriff says on that day, Cuomo will be fingerprinted and have his mugshot taken. And if he fails to appear, a criminal arrest warrant could be issued. Andrew?
Trevor Ault, thank you. All right, new details emerging about the deadly shooting on the movie set of Rust. The armorer who was in charge of weapons, lawyering up and calling out producers for unsafe work conditions. ABC's Kaylee Hartung brings us the latest.
Tonight, the armorer in charge of all firearms for the Western Rust breaking her silence, saying she has no idea where the live rounds came from that killed Helena Hutchins. Hannah Gutierrez-Reed's attorney saying in a statement she's devastated and completely beside herself.
I was sitting, we were rehearsing, and it went off, and I ran out.
The statement adding safety is Hannah's #1 priority on set, but describing the challenging conditions the 24-year-old says she was working under, explaining Hannah was hired on 2 positions on this film, which made it extremely difficult to focus on her job as an armorer. The whole production set became unsafe due to various factors, including lack of safety meetings. This was not the fault of Hannah. The film's production company tonight telling ABC News they have no comment.
There was complacency. That's obvious. I think there was some disorganization and some safety issues and protocols that weren't properly followed.
The sheriff confirming they're investigating claims some crew members used the movie's prop guns recreationally for target practice. In that statement, Gutierrez-Reed says the guns were locked up every night and at lunch, and there's no way a single one of them was unaccounted for or being shot by crew members. Baldwin staying largely silent since the fatal accident, but retweeting this New York Times story detailing how the film's assistant director told a detective he should have inspected each round in each chamber of the gun before handing it to Baldwin, but didn't, according to an affidavit.
I cannot think of any instance in my career where a first assistant director was handing a gun to an actor.
Veteran Hollywood armorer Dutch Merrick explained how to inspect the rounds in a revolver.
If the first AD was examining the revolver, the Western revolver, for rounds that were dummies or spent, they would likely have a expired primer or a dent, and a new live round would have a full primer like that with no dent.
ABC's Kaylee Hartung joins us now. Kaylee, you're hearing new information about another search warrant, so what's the latest?
Yeah, Andrew, so tonight a new search warrant reveals that investigators have seized 13 more guns and multiple boxes of ammunition from a prop truck on that movie set. 1 week in, and this investigation could last weeks longer. Andrew.
Kaylee Hartung, thank you. Here in the Northeast, we're following this next powerful storm moving in. 25 million Americans in the path. Heavy rain for the I-95 corridor, concern over flooding and dangerous winds. Senior meteorologist Rob Marciano joins us now. Rob, time this out for us.
Andrew, you know, we've been timing this thing out all week long. It started on the West Coast, went into the plains, and then the Southeast, and now it's lifting up here in the Northeast. The winds are really cranking. We had a 55-mile-an-hour gust in Delaware, and those big winds are pushing up water from the ocean. We've got a serious coastal flood issue across the big bays and rivers, including the Delaware, including the Chesapeake, and the Potomac River in and around D.C. and Alexandria has seen already a couple of rounds of flooding, and we've got a couple more left to deal with. That on top of the rainfall that you see streaming in off the Atlantic and spiraling around the Great Lakes. The center of the low is still over, say, Dayton, Ohio, and the rainfall is wrapping around that and through Cincinnati and Chicago. The heavy chunk of rain in Philly right now will lift up and through Trenton and New York and Hartford tonight and tomorrow, and then kind of a secondary low develops and just aggravates the situation for much of New England tomorrow night. A heavy rain in through Boston, and then into Sunday we start to get a little bit of drying, but it's really still unsettled. Very gradual clearing, not a washout for the trick-or-treaters come Sunday, but not the best of weekends for a good chunk of the Northeast. And as mentioned, this coastal flood situation, you know, we're getting to near record flooding across the Delaware River and Delaware Bay, and that's the forecast to get to that level later on tonight. And as you can see, we have several more high tide cycles to contend with before this thing begins to wind down. So this thing's been a thorn in our side all week long, Andrew, and it's going to continue for a couple of more days.
Rob Marciano tracking the very latest for us. Thanks, Rob.
You bet.
And when we come back, the hope being handed out in Washington, changing lives one piece of furniture at a time. Yesterday, that's probably when you should have bought your holiday plane ticket, but it's not too late to still get a deal. We're joined by the Points Guy. But first, our journey to Tajikistan, the border rarely seen by the outside world. The Afghan pilots now there, stuck in limbo, in hiding, and hoping for a way out.
This is what being live is all about. This is ABC News Live.
All right, we're gonna move back. Let's move back. We're surrounded by people squeezing into this bomb shelter. We're on an urgent delivery run.
Not afraid to go there.
So my question, Mr. President, what are you so afraid of?
Breaking news, live events.
This is the moment.
Streaming straight to you, anytime, anywhere.
You just met one friend right here.
You're watching ABC News Live. Thanks for streaming with us.
All right, here we go. You ready? Let's do it.
Yes, it's the show America wants and America needs right now.
This is What Would You Do? Let's go. How are you?
Can I hug you?
Yeah.
So what will you be watching Saturdays on ABC News Live?
What would you do?
Hey, I guess I just found out.
The What Would You Do Marathon, 12 to 6 Eastern, every Saturday on ABC News Live.
My favorite show.
Admit it. These days, what you need to know
seems to change just about every day.
What is it that you really want to know, need to know?
To help you not just get through your day,
but to make the most of it. Feel smarter.
Feel better.
Feel happier.
Well, how about a third hour of Good Morning America?
GMA 3, what you need to know. Now streaming on ABC News Live.
It's all about you.
This is American history, a violent white mob, a brutal attack, 300 black Americans killed right here in America. Now, it is time to uncover Tulsa's buried truth, the gripping story brought to light in a new podcast from ABC News, available now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcast app.
Sex, gambling, fraud, betrayal, and murder. Cutthroat Inc., the podcast. A family on a mission to find their son. A year's worth of conversations with the killer. Cutthroat Inc. Subscribe for free now on your favorite podcast app. Assault on the Capitol, the ABC News original, exclusively on Hulu, now streaming. Now, with so much on the line, more Americans are turning to David Muir and ABC's World News Tonight than any other program across all of television.
Late today, Prince Andrew filed a motion to dismiss the sexual abuse lawsuit brought against him by Virginia Giuffre. The legal team for the second son of Queen Elizabeth denied the allegations and accused Giuffre of fabricating them for financial gain. The prince also tried to distance himself from any wrongdoing by Jeffrey Epstein. Giuffre alleges she was first assaulted by Prince Andrew in 2001 when she was 17. Tonight, far, far away from the USA, in a remote, reclusive country that borders Afghanistan, Afghan pilots stuck in limbo are hoping the U.S. government sends them a lifeline. Our Patrick Reevil traveled to Tajikistan to a border crossing now manned by the Taliban and talked with those pilots hoping for a safe way out before they're sent back home.
Tajikistan's Pamir Mountains are called the roof of the world. And hidden at the bottom of the towering peaks is a border that is not often seen.
So we've just been driving along the Tajikistan side of the border, and that is Afghanistan over there. And you can see how close it is. I mean, it's literally just a stone's throw across this river.
This is one of the places where you can see some of the first effects of the US exit from Afghanistan. The fall of Kabul to the Taliban in August was an earthquake for the surrounding region of Central Asia. It triggered fears of a potential influx of refugees into Tajikistan, already one of the poorest countries on earth, and worries that terrorist groups like ISIS and Al-Qaeda will once again try to use Afghanistan as a base for launching attacks via this border.
So we pulled over here because on that little hut over there, we can see the white flag of the Taliban flying.
The Taliban have taken control of the Afghan side of the border. Locals tell us the sound of gunfire has stopped there. And the only sign of America here, this replica Statue of Liberty.
The
bridges spanning the river here, though, are sealed indefinitely. Tajikistan is one of Afghanistan's only neighbors to adopt a publicly hostile attitude to the Taliban. When Kabul fell, leaders of the anti-Taliban resistance fled here. But what was once a safe haven has become a frightening limbo for a large group of American-trained Afghan Air Force pilots. In August, hundreds of Afghan servicemen flew their American-supplied aircraft to Tajikistan and neighboring Uzbekistan to escape the Taliban. More than 140 of the pilots and personnel are still stuck in Tajikistan, most detained at a hotel complex, they say, with poor food and no heating. One pilot is 9 months pregnant. For 2 months, they've not known when the US will airlift them out, terrified they might be sent back to the Taliban.
At this point, they've been there for over 2 months, wintertime setting in. And, in some ways, they're starting to lose hope.
We met with 2 pilots whose identity we're concealing out of concern for their safety. They're part of at least 24 more pilots not in detention, but in hiding in Tajikistan.
If you are sent back to Afghanistan, do you think the Taliban will kill you?
That is going to a death penalty for both of us. I'm pretty sure, sir.
The US State Department has now told ABC it has now verified around 150 members of the group and hopes to soon relocate all of them. Thousands of Afghan military personnel, though, still remain in Afghanistan, as do many of the pilots' families.
Like, if you hear about the history of their families back in Afghanistan, that what they've been going through, you'll be shocked.
With the US exit from Afghanistan, other countries are now adjusting to the new reality. Russia has been moving rapidly to strengthen its former Soviet satellites that neighbor Afghanistan. Recently, it staged a series of unusually large public military exercises with them near the border.
These drills are taking place very close to Afghanistan, just a few kilometers away, really. And it's about sending a message, about saying that Russia will not tolerate Afghanistan's neighbors being destabilized following the Taliban's takeover.
Moscow retains a strong grip in Tajikistan. The largest military base it has anywhere outside of Russia is located in the capital, Dushanbe. Russia is worried about terrorist groups like ISIS penetrating Tajikistan's border.
So they're simulating an attack by the supposed terrorist group onto the base. And these are the supposed terrorists.
But Russia's military signaling only tells one side of the story. Moscow is also establishing a working relationship with the Taliban. Russia has received security guarantees from the Taliban that they won't destabilize countries like Tajikistan or let terrorists use Afghanistan as a base. We asked the group about those guarantees in Moscow.
Afghanistan will not be used to threaten the security of other nations.
The biggest fear now for Afghanistan is a potentially vast humanitarian crisis looming and the new exodus that could bring. Tamim Talash and his family arrived before that as the Taliban closed in, but now they're trapped, their money is running out, and with a 4-month-old baby to look after. An official with Afghanistan's American-advised Elections Commission, Talash says the Taliban tried to kill him twice in the past 4 years.
After 1 month, they call me, I will kill you, and I will kill you, and I will kill you. All the times they call me.
Talash has applied to the US for asylum, but so far has heard nothing. His previous life has evaporated, along with the US's 20-year project in Afghanistan.
Do you feel like all of your work has just disappeared?
Disappeared, yeah. Because of that, I'm so unhappy. I'm so tired. What you see, what happened in our country, it is so tragedy. It is so tragedy.
Patrick Reevell, ABC News, Dushanbe.
Our thanks to Patrick for that powerful report. All right, still ahead here on Prime. The rapper arrested at a music festival accused of being part of a multi-million-dollar drug ring. Also, the Republican and vocal Trump critic announcing he will not seek re-election. But first, it's a subject of much debate. What is the most popular Halloween candy? We go by the numbers with our friends at 538, who claim to have an answer to that divisive question. But first, our tweet of the day.
An extraordinary story.
A computer salesman was supposed to report to prison to begin a 17-year sentence.
They let him turn himself into jail with no escort.
No one thought he would run.
How do you evade capture for 25 years? How do you do that?
Now, join the search, following the U.S. Marshals as they uncover new leads in a global manhunt. Can you help catch this fugitive?
Have you seen this man?
Have you seen this man?
Have you seen this man? Listen and join the all-new Hunt wherever you get your podcasts.
World News Now.
And America This Morning.
The best new video.
The breaking news overnight.
Emergency crews called to the town of Surfside.
U.S. airstrikes hitting targets in Iraq and Syria.
The stories people are talking about.
You don't want to shave your legs? Don't. I was gonna say.
Oh my. Got it.
And what to expect in the day ahead.
ABC World News Now and America This Morning.
Starting at 2 a.m. Eastern.
Up all night to keep you up to date.
Right now, with so much at stake, Sunday mornings, this is the place. Taking on all the tough questions, straightforward reporting, no spin, no hype, no bull. See why Sunday mornings, more and more Americans are now turning first to ABC's This Week with George Stephanopoulos.
Welcome to This Week.
Let's do this! When you wake up in the morning, when you wake up in the morning, darling, I'll be by your side. I'll be there by your side. I'll be everything you wanted. I'll be there by your side. If you need a light to shine in, hold up your hand, let the stars shoot again. Let the light shine in through the dark.
Good morning, America.
This is what being live is all about. This is ABC News Live.
All right, we're gonna move back. Let's move back.
We're surrounded by people
Squeezing into this bomb shelter.
We're on an urgent delivery run with.
Not afraid to go there.
So my question, Mr. President, what are you so afraid of?
Breaking news, live events.
This is the moment.
Streaming straight to you, anytime, anywhere.
You just met one friend right here.
You're watching ABC News Live. Thanks for streaming with us.
With Halloween just around the corner, our friends at 538 have come up with what they call the ultimate Halloween candy power ranking, identifying the treats that will make you the most popular house in the neighborhood. So let's take a look by the numbers. All right, in a completely unscientific online survey, 538 pitted 86 different fun-sized candy treats against each other, asking users to select which they preferred in 269,000 randomly generated head-to-head matchups. And yes, over 8,000 people took the time to vote. Now, the big winner, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, which took the top spot, winning 84% of its matchups. In fact, Reese's Base Candies took 4 of the top 10 spots on the list, proving to be what 538 called the platonic ideal of Halloween candy. And rounding out the top 5 in the matchups, fun-sized Twix, Kit Kats, and Snickers, which all won 76% of their matchups. As for the bottom of the list, the often maligned candy corn won just 38% of its matchups, putting it at 67 on the list. And coming in at dead last at number 86, Good and Plenty, winning just under 22% of its contests for candy supremacy. 538 also broke down what ingredients contributed to a winning Halloween candy, but frankly, their regression analysis was a little too complicated for us to understand. But chocolate does seem to be the most winning ingredient. You can check out their full analysis at 538.com or do your own research this weekend and eat as much candy as your heart desires. And we still have a ton to get to here on Prime. The major American cities embracing universal income tonight. And do you still have time to score that holiday travel deal? We're joined by the Points Guy. But first, a look at our top trending stories on abcnews.com.
It's an extraordinary story.
A computer salesman was supposed to report to prison to begin a 17-year sentence.
They let him turn himself into jail with no escort.
No one thought he would run.
How do you evade capture for 25 years? How do you do that?
Now, join the search, following the U.S. Marshals as they uncover new leads in a global manhunt. Can you help catch this fugitive?
Have you seen this man?
Have you seen this man?
Have you seen this man? Listen and join the all-new hunt wherever you get your podcasts.
The most powerful stories of our time, anytime. Nightline.
Now streaming on ABC News Live 2020. True crime, cinematic, real-life drama, stunning, the unthinkable. Follow the clues. The Hunt. True crime 2020. Now streaming on ABC News Live.
Admit it. These days, what you need to know
seems to change just about every day.
What is it that you really want to know, need to know?
To help you not just get through your day,
but to make the most of it. Feel smarter.
Feel better.
Feel happier.
Well, how about a third hour of Good Morning America?
GMA 3, what you need to know. Now streaming on ABC News Live.
It's all about you.
All right, here we go. You ready? Let's do it.
Yes, it's the show America wants and America needs right now.
This is What Would You Do? Let's go. How are you?
Can I hug you?
Yes.
So what will you be watching Saturdays on ABC News Live?
What would you do?
Hey, I guess I just found out.
The What Would You Do Marathon, 12 to 6 Eastern, every Saturday on ABC News Live.
My favorite show.
This is what being live is all about. This is ABC News Live.
All right, we're gonna move back. Let's move back. We're surrounded by people squeezing into this bomb shelter.
We're on an urgent delivery run.
Not afraid to go there.
So my question, Mr. President, what are you so afraid of?
Breaking news, live events.
This is the moment.
Streaming straight to you, anytime, anywhere.
You just met one friend right here.
You're watching ABC News Live. Thanks for streaming with us.
President Biden at the Vatican today, spending nearly 90 minutes behind closed doors with Pope Francis, the meeting deeply personal for the second Catholic president in the nation's history.
You are the most significant warrior for peace I've ever met.
The president and the Pope shaking hands, exchanging gifts, laughing. President Biden says the Pope also gave him a vote of support on a controversial issue back home, privately weighing in on an effort by conservative U.S. bishops to deny communion to politicians like this president who support abortion rights. On this first leg of his 5-day trip, the president who campaigned on rebuilding America's image as a steady and reliable partner spent much of his time mending fences with America's oldest ally. But in front of the cameras today, it was hugs and slaps on the back with French President Emmanuel Macron. President Biden later conceding it could have been handled better.
The Pfizer vaccine authorized for 28 million children between the ages of 5 and 11. At just a third of the adult dose, the vaccine was found to be 91% effective against symptomatic illness, with some reporting mild side effects like sore arm, fever, and headache. The first 15 million doses now expected to ship out within hours to doctors' offices, pharmacies, hospitals, and clinics, so they are ready to go into arms as early as Wednesday after an expected sign-off from the CDC. But just over a quarter of parents say they're ready to vaccinate their young children right away when it's available.
It just seems like it come out so fast, and we're talking about a child.
And when it comes to adults, a new CDC study out today suggests vaccines offer higher protection than so-called natural immunity. The study finding that fully vaccinated people are about 5 times less likely to develop COVID compared to unvaccinated people who previously had the virus.
Congressman Adam Kinzinger from Illinois announcing he will not run for a 7th term next year.
It has become increasingly obvious to me that as a country, we must unplug from the mistruths we've been fed.
Kinzinger is one of 10 Republicans who voted to impeach former President Trump, then defying party leaders to serve on the January 6th committee. In his video announcement today, Kinzinger saying he will continue to fight against mistruths and divisiveness, saying his, quote, political future is just beginning.
Now is the time for choosing. Now is the time to work together to be part of the solution.
A famous rapper now facing drug-related charges.
The FBI arrested Fetty Wap at Citi Field, where he was attending the Rolling Loud Music Festival. A law enforcement official told ABC News Fetty Wap, whose real name is William Maxwell, is among a half-dozen people charged in a drug conspiracy involving heroin and fentanyl. Some members of the conspiracy also face gun charges. He has been arrested before. In 2019, he faced battery charges, and in 2017, police here accused him of drag racing.
Los Angeles and Chicago this week is launching a pilot program that is guaranteeing basic income for thousands of low-income people in their cities. The controversial plan has been tested in other cities before, but Chicago and Los Angeles will be the 2 largest. 3,000 families in LA and 5,000 families in the Windy City will receive financial benefits. $500 a month in Chicago and $1,000 in Los Angeles. The program will run for 1 year and is expected to target very low-income families impacted by the pandemic. Critics of a universal basic income say it discourages people from looking for jobs.
Now to that scary home invasion involving one of the stars of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Dorit Kemsley was held at gunpoint as men stormed her bedroom as she was sleeping and threatened her life before making off with jewelry and other valuables. Her husband speaking out tonight, saying the family is all together and doing okay. Here's ABC's Zoreen Shaw.
Dress like there's no tomorrow, and then tomorrow, do it again.
She's known for her passion for fashion on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
And I think this is an obsession that doesn't hurt anyone.
But Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Dorit Kemsley reeling after a home invasion. Thieves breaking in while she was asleep Wednesday, confronting her in bed while her children slept nearby. Kemsley appearing visibly shaken in these new images. Her Housewives co-stars seen here after rushing to be by her side. LAPD investigating, confirming 3 suspects wearing dark hoodies broke in. Their memo stating the victim was in fear and complied with the suspects' demands by directing them to valuables, including handbags, jewelry, and watches. According to law enforcement sources close to the investigation, Kemsley was held at gunpoint, and the items were worth an estimated $1 million. The robbers then fleeing in a black truck. ABC News confirming no one was injured. Dorit's husband, PK, reportedly in London at the time. Chopper footage showing a glass door broken on the first floor, possibly where the suspects entered. Kemsley spoke up about her designer duds at the pre-taped Real Housewives reunion, which aired Wednesday before the break-in.
Dorit, when you come out with these outfits, do you buy every single thing?
Every single piece. I'm really particular. I want to wear what I want to wear, and it's just easier. I just think I'll buy it.
And you pay retail for everything.
Yes.
Experts warn being open about wealth can be dangerous.
Social media is this place where people go out to flex. You know, they flex all of what they have. But the bottom line is that there's people that want what you have and they're willing to take it. So definitely be careful about what you show online.
This isn't the first time reality TV has gotten too real. In the last 5 years, Kemsley fellow housewife Kyle Richards and reality TV star Kim Kardashian, victims of thieves after posting pictures of their whereabouts on social media. Kardashian surviving a harrowing encounter during Paris Fashion Week after armed men disguised as policemen held the star at gunpoint, tying her up, reportedly making off with $10 million worth of jewels.
Our thanks to Zorine. And the Thanksgiving and winter holidays are almost here, a time for fun, food, and family. But this year, it won't be cheap or easy to get home for the holidays. And if you haven't already booked your tickets, you better get on it right away. Here to explain what this travel season will look like and where you might find a bargain is Brian Kelly, founder of The Points Guy. Thanks for your time tonight, Brian. All right, first off, why is it so hard to find flights right now, especially affordable ones?
Well, there's two big things happening. Number one, demand is surging. You know, today we just got news that children will be able to get vaccinated, which is giving a lot of families, you know, more comfort to get out there and travel. November 8th, the U.S. opens its borders to most countries, which is going to see a surge in people coming to the U.S. And on the same token, supply is down. You know, Southwest Airlines had a major meltdown. There's pilot shortages, staffing shortages. So the airlines, they simply can't keep up with the demand, and we're seeing prices go up accordingly.
Okay, so if you're like me and you haven't made your travel plans just yet, what is the best strategy?
Well, simply, but you should book now, especially for Thanksgiving travel. As we go into November, prices will skyrocket up to 40% on some routes. Also, flights are selling out. I was trying to book to Vegas in a couple weeks, and I couldn't even get flights home. So if you're a procrastinator, you may not even be able to get where you're going. So I highly recommend book now. And for that Christmas, New Year's travel, definitely book by Thanksgiving. Last-minute travel these days is extremely expensive.
And what about car rentals if you don't want to fly? I remember last time you were here, you talked about how difficult and more expensive it is to rent a car. Has the situation gotten any better?
I hate to be the bearer of bad news today, but you know, car rental demand is up 200% this holiday season, and supply hasn't gotten much better. So I highly recommend book as far in advance as possible, book directly with car rental agencies, and join their loyalty programs. Pre-enter your information. You know, if they have to cancel reservations, they are less likely to do it if you're one of their loyal members, and book directly.
Lots of Americans are thinking about taking a vacation this winter or spring now that countries are opening up to vaccinated travelers. What are flight deals out there looking like right now?
Well, the best deals are international, especially Europe. We're seeing, you know, under $300 from many U.S. markets to London. You know, United Airlines just this week started adding a ton of new flights to London, and they've got some really unique routes like the Azores, nonstop service from the U.S., which is exciting. But book now. As more and more people get comfortable traveling and kids get vaccinated, demand will just keep going up. And I'm the points guy, so I'd be remiss to say use your frequent flyer miles. So many people have them sitting around. They give you added flexibility because most airlines now will let you cancel or change for any reason, and you get your miles and points back. And that's a whole lot better than paying for a flight and then getting a voucher that you may not be able to use down the line.
All right, meanwhile, here in the U.S., we're opening back up to Europeans and other travelers starting November 8th. Will that impact flight prices to and from Europe as demand starts to surge and come back here to the U.S.?
Absolutely. That's why booking now before people start traveling, especially pre-summer, the further it's like, investing long term, you got to think about the risks, and the people who get ahead of the curve generally get the best deals. And that's exactly what's going on in travel now. There are deals out there, but you got to take a little bit of risk and hope, by next summer, hopefully the world is fully opened up. So book now, especially for summer 2022 travel.
And it's never too early to start talking about next summer, right? So finally, can you give us a sense of what the summer 22 travel season might actually look like?
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing robust. I've talked to a lot of people at the airlines. Bookings are up. People are traveling longer now, too, especially with so many people now being able to work remotely, to work from abroad. So, and especially with cruises, there's a huge positive outlook for the cruise industry. They've had a lot of stumbles this year, a lot of CDC guidelines. Hopefully, with all of that easing early in the new year, we hope to see travel expanding again, and even potentially going above 2019 numbers, which is kind of wild to think about, because there were so many projections that we were going to see decreased travel for 5 years. But, travel's up, business travel's starting to pick up. So things are definitely looking up for 2022.
All right, Brian Kelly, the Points Guy, thanks so much for always bringing us the most important travel news, good and bad. Appreciate it. And now to the two women behind a remarkable nonprofit, furnishing hope to those in need in Washington, D.C., providing gently used furniture for free to hundreds struggling during the pandemic. ABC's Kenneth Moten has the story.
In this section of Southeast Washington, D.C., hope is being handed out one piece of furniture at a time.
Okay. It's not what we give you, it's what you like, because we want your home to feel comfortable and loved.
Behind this organized chaos, Nikki Mock and Adrian Herbert, co-founders of Furnish Hope DC, the women trying to put furniture into the homes of those without.
I was hearing from all these people I knew in Ward 8 that people were in crisis here, people, desperately needed things, and there was no one.
Ward 8 includes Anacostia. The community has a rich history in the nation's capital, but is also economically depressed.
What we have available today is...
Here, where more than 20% of families live below the poverty line, families in need of so much are likely to have empty homes. No couches, no tables, no beds.
We've had families come in that were sleeping on air beds that were deflated. So they were sleeping on the floor. And Nikki and I both have sat in this office and cried. And I'm a mom of 5 myself, so I understand what it is not to have at times.
During the pandemic, Mock says it was a perfect storm. Many nonprofits shut down. Tens of thousands of nonprofit positions gone. With people still in need, Mock happened to notice more gently used furniture on the curb in her Bethesda, Maryland community.
There's a lot of redecorating going on, a lot of moving to second homes, taking care of themselves, but all of a sudden there was this plethora of furniture.
So she went to work, loading up her truck with whatever she could carry or get help lifting.
I've never not been able to get a piece of furniture that I want. Sometimes the donor has to help me, and they'll say, well, I'm 58 years old, I'm not supposed to be. I'm like, okay, I'm 63. I'm not supposed to either, but let's just get this done.
A few months ago, Mock and Herbert teamed up and set up shop in a city community center in the heart of Anacostia. Inside, previously owned, donated, and even new furniture, along with clothes, books, and family games.
I'm thinking about the name Furnish Hope, and boy, that really has some levels to it, doesn't it, when you think about it?
I think that what it says, Furnish Hope. So it's bigger than just furniture. When people come in, they're in despair, they're confused, they're depressed. And our goal, Nikki and I, is always to see them smile when they leave.
One of those smiles came from Ashley Kennan. The wife and mother of 3 lost her job and home while battling opioid addiction after a surgery. She was able to get back on her feet and get a home, but couldn't afford furniture.
So at first, I was just happy about the apartment. And then my children, they kept asking, oh, when are we going to get a couch? Untitled, this hard floor, this, that, and the third. And then that's when it was depressing.
So you find Furnish Hope. What was that like?
I didn't believe it at first. And she was like, pick everything you want for your house. I was like, huh? She was like, yeah, pick everything you want for your house. I was like, no, you lying. Like sitting in shock, and she was laughing. She was like, I'm serious, go. So I just started jumping up and down. I gave her the biggest hug ever. I was like, thank you, Nikki. Thank you so much.
And the cost for furniture, absolutely nothing. Furnish Hope DC even delivers for free.
Yes, for free. We don't want anything. We just want you to take it and be happy and go home and eat at the table like you deserve. Your children deserve everything that my family has, that her family has, that any American family should have. You deserve it.
How do you know someone is in need and that they're just not looking for free furniture?
So to go in the homes is very disheartening when you get there.
Yeah.
So you no doubt know. You can just hear the words people use, and you can see like the joy when they go pick up a certain piece, and you're like, you know, you just see it.
And many times, families send back pictures and videos, like this one posted on Furnish Hope DC's Facebook page. Furnish Hope DC has already helped nearly 200 homes in the 6 months it's been running.
What does that mean to you?
What I think about is all the phone calls I'm getting every day, and the people that are coming every day and are going on our website and are going on our Facebook page that are multiplying, and I'm so nervous. I'm not going to be able to keep up.
But as the nonprofit works to expand, hoping to add more staff, furniture, and services, it's losing this space in December, putting its mission at risk.
We're going to be brokenhearted because it's going to pretty much put us out of commission, because we won't have a space and people won't know where we are, and we won't know how to find people because everyone isn't on social media.
For now, Mock plans to keep loading up her truck to continue furnishing hope.
It's not like anybody has to sacrifice or you have to take away from someone. There is enough. We have enough. We just have to figure out a way to distribute it and, to make life more fair for people.
Kenneth Moten, ABC News, Washington.
Our thanks there to Kenneth. Before we go tonight, the image of the day. A not-so-scary Halloween at a zoo in the Czech Republic. Elephants, meat rats, and chimpanzees got to enjoy some pumpkin treats. A zoo spokesman said that the animals are given pumpkins to diversify their diets, but others just use them as entertainment. That's our show for this half hour. Stay tuned to ABC News Live for more context and analysis of the day's top stories. And as always, thanks for streaming with us. Coming up in the next hour, we're staying on top of a few things. Our conversation with hockey player Kyle Beach, now suing his former team, accusing them of mishandling his sexual assault allegations. And the cast of the latest blockbuster movie Dune, up close and personal with our own Maggie Rulli.
This is what being live is all about. This is ABC News Live.
All right, we're gonna move back. Let's move back.
We're surrounded by people squeezing into this
bomb shelter.
We're on an urgent delivery run.
Not afraid to go there.
So my question, Mr. President, what are you so afraid of?
Breaking news, live events.
This is the moment.
Streaming straight to you, anytime, anywhere.
You just met one friend right here.
You're watching ABC News Live. Thanks for streaming with us.
It was an extraordinary story.
A computer salesman was supposed to report to prison to begin a 17-year sentence.
They let him turn himself into jail with no escort.
No one thought he would run.
How do you evade capture for 25 years? How do you do that?
Now, join the search, following the U.S. Marshals as they uncover new leads in a global manhunt. Can you help catch this fugitive?
Have you seen this man?
Have you seen this man?
Have you seen this man? Listen and join the all-new Hunt wherever you get your podcasts.
Admit it. These days, what you need to know
seems to change just about every day.
What is it that you really want to know, need to know?
To help you not just get through your day,
but to make the most of it. Feel smarter.
Feel better.
Feel happier.
Well, how about a third hour of Good Morning America?
GMA 3, what you need to know. Now streaming on ABC News Live.
It's all about you.
The ladies you love, the hottest topics happening now. There's only one place to find it all.
You guys are having the hard conversations. I love The View.
The most watched #1 daytime talk show is The View. Now streaming on ABC News Live.
When you wake up in the morning, when you wake up in the morning, darling, I'll be by your side. I'll be there by your side. I'll be everything you wanted. I'll be there by your side. If you need a light to shine in, hold up your hand, let the stars shoot again, let the light shine in through the dark.
Good morning, America. More Americans choose ABC News, America's #1 news source.
I'm Andrew Dimbert. Thanks for streaming with us. We're monitoring several developments here at ABC News at this hour. The Biden administration is considering making settlement payments to migrants who were separated from their children during the Trump administration's zero-tolerance policy. Now, it's not yet clear how much parents would receive. The Family Reunification Task Force found 3,913 children were separated from families during the totality of the Trump administration. Not all have been reunited. Doctor's orders are in for Queen Elizabeth. The 95-year-old monarch was advised to rest for 2 weeks. The decision comes days after she underwent medical tests and spent a night in the hospital, her first stay there in 8 years. Britain's longest-reigning monarch will celebrate 70 years on the throne next year. The Supreme Court has rejected a request from a Maine physician and several other healthcare workers seeking an emergency injunction against a state vaccine mandate with no exemptions for religious faith. Chief Justice Roberts and Justices Barrett and Kavanaugh sided with the court's 3 liberal justices. And staying on the pandemic, the FDA gave the okay to a Pfizer vaccine for children ages 5 to 11. As it is now, it waits CDC approval before shots can start being delivered around the country to some 28 million children. ABC's Whit Johnson has the latest.
Tonight, that long-awaited FDA green light. The Pfizer vaccine authorized for 28 million children between the ages of 5 and 11.
Their ability to make an immune response actually in some ways is often better than it is in adults. And that's one of the reasons we are very gratified with the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine, that we can actually use a smaller dose.
At just a third of the adult dose, the vaccine was found to be 91% effective against symptomatic illness, with some reporting mild side effects like sore arm, fever, and headache. The first 15 million doses now expected to ship out within hours to doctors' offices, pharmacies, hospitals, and clinics, so they are ready to go into arms as early as Wednesday after an expected sign-off from the CDC. 11-year-old Evie and 9-year-old Grant Kerner participated in Pfizer's trial.
This vaccine has been incredibly well researched, and the importance of trying it on younger kids, the 5 through 11 age group, was really just about getting the dosing correct.
But just over a quarter of parents say they're ready to vaccinate their young children right away when it's available. In North Carolina, Michael and Jennifer Spady are the primary caregivers for one of their 3 grandsons who is 6 years old. The couple is vaccinated, but not yet sure if they're ready to get him the shot.
It just seems like it came out so fast, and we're talking about a child. I feel like it's different for me.
And when it comes to adults, a new CDC study out today suggests vaccines offer higher protection than so-called natural immunity. The study finding that fully vaccinated people are about 5 times less likely to develop COVID compared to unvaccinated people who previously had the virus. But in New York City, a showdown over vaccine mandates. The firefighters union warning of shortages of first responders.
New York City is going to come to a crisis on Monday morning. Response times are going to go through the roof.
This after thousands of city workers missed a 5 o'clock deadline today to get vaccinated or go unpaid. But the mayor insists the mandates are working.
These numbers are moving constantly, but as of yesterday, the total workforce was 88% vaccinated. That's a very high number.
Our thanks there to Whit Johnson. Now, the World Climate Summit is set to kick off in Scotland next week, and the stakes are high, with leaders around the world gathering to work out how to bolster the effort to fight climate change. Many of those leaders have made commitments to address the crisis in the past, but how have they held up? ABC's Karen Travers is traveling with the president tonight in Europe ahead of COP26 next week.
President Biden's warnings on climate change are blunt.
We're blinking code red as a nation.
In recent months, the U.S. has experienced devastating natural disasters, wildfires in the West, flooding in the Northeast, a deadly heat wave in the Pacific Northwest, and fierce hurricanes in the South. Weather events like these becoming more frequent.
We have to make the investments that are going to slow our contributions to climate change today, not tomorrow.
President Biden sits down with world leaders next week in Glasgow, Scotland for the COP26 climate summit. The stakes are high. Experts and activists calling this a critical moment in the global effort to address climate change.
They need to show they've understood the science, listened to their people, and go much further than they've been stating thus far.
The goal of Glasgow is to build on the 2015 Paris Agreement, a groundbreaking commitment on climate change signed by nearly 200 countries. World leaders pledged to reduce greenhouse gas emissions to limit the warming of the planet to well below 2 degrees Celsius. But experts say the commitments are inadequate.
It's been estimated that, very few countries, just a handful, had large enough, ambitious enough pledges to begin with.
A recent analysis by the United Nations found that even if nations meet their current promises, the planet will still be on pace to see an average temperature increase of 2.7 degrees Celsius by the end of this century.
Climate crisis is pummeling the planet.
World leaders gather in Glasgow with a goal of setting new targets for cutting emissions to limit warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius and recommitting to help developing nations tackle climate change.
Responsibility rests with each and every country, and we must all play our part.
Mr. Biden has pledged to cut U.S. emissions by half by 2030, but he's seeing his ambitious climate proposals scaled back or cut during negotiations among his fellow Democrats in Congress. Climate activists say the Glasgow summit needs to produce significant actions and not just rhetoric from world leaders.
Our hopes and dreams drown in their empty words and promises.
It's Karen Travers reporting. October is National Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and studies have shown reports of domestic violence increased during the COVID-19 pandemic. ABC's Rena Roy spoke with a survivor about her experience and how she found help.
Sarah, who asked that we blur her face and not use her real name, says it all began as a whirlwind romance, but quickly became a matter of life and death.
Had you not gotten out when you did, where do you think you would be now?
Well, I think that I would be dead or permanently injured.
Sarah says she started dating a man in 2018 and they got married a year later. Things seemed perfect.
I thought we were supposed to be together. I thought it was that magic.
But then she says red flags and his allegedly abusive behavior became more apparent during the 2020 COVID lockdowns.
1 minute things are going well and then the next minute, it's a completely different person.
Studies show domestic violence jumped 8% in the early stages of the pandemic.
What we found was a consistent overall increase in the U.S. in different cities. On average, domestic violence increased during the lockdown periods.
For Sarah, she says the verbal, financial, and physical abuse became harder to ignore.
He was much more angrier and more abusive, and it was definitely scary. He choked me here enough that if he didn't stop, I was going to die.
Researchers say isolation, unemployment, stress, financial insecurity, plus alcohol and drug use have all gone up during COVID, potentially elevating the threat of abuse, and that they've persisted even as restrictions have eased.
The after and ill effects of this pandemic will be going on and on and on.
Researchers say on average, more than 10 million adults across the country experience domestic violence every year, but there is help out there.
I want folks to know that we are here for them.
Trained professionals at victim assistance organizations can help with things like housing, food insecurity, mental and physical health, and coming up with safety plans.
When they come to our emergency shelter, they see that it's a warm environment, it's welcoming.
Sarah says it took her a long time to believe she deserved better, but eventually she went to a local shelter for safety.
I just found the strength and said, I'm not doing this anymore.
She filed for divorce, but her husband recently passed away. She's hoping others will hear her story and also take the steps to protect themselves.
If this is happening to you, I strongly recommend and urge you to save yourself, tell someone else, trust someone else, and get out of it.
Our thanks to Rena Roy. Now to the ongoing fallout from the investigation into the NHL's Chicago Blackhawks. An independent report detailing how the team mishandled sexual assault allegations made by former player Kyle Beach against a coach. The Blackhawks coach at that time, Joel Quenneville, resigned last night from his latest role as head coach of the Florida Panthers. ABC's Will Reeves spoke with Beach about his experience and has the report.
The Blackhawks are Stanley Cup champions!
A major shakeup in the NHL. Coach Joel Quenneville, who led the Chicago Blackhawks to the Stanley Cup 3 times.
Joel Quenneville celebrates with his team.
Resigning from his job with the Florida Panthers. This after an independent report found the Blackhawks franchise mishandled sexual assault allegations made by former player Kyle Beach. Quenneville saying in a statement, "My former team failed Kyle, and I own my share of that." NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman saying he's appalled that Beach was so poorly supported. Beach now suing his former team.
We're now doing an investigation 11 years later. I had to bury this so far deep down to chase my goals and to chase my dreams of being an NHL player.
According to an investigative report commissioned by the Blackhawks, Beach says video coach Brad Aldrich invited him to his apartment for dinner and drinks in 2010. The coach allegedly telling Beach he had the power to get him on the roster before turning on pornography and engaging in sex acts, telling Beach to act like he enjoyed it or he would never play in the NHL or walk again. Aldrich claims the encounter was entirely consensual and suggested a woman was also involved. Beach says it was during the 2010 Stanley Cup playoffs he reported the assault.
I watched the entire leadership management group enter Joel Quenneville's office to have a meeting about it, and it moved all the way through the chain of command, and it made it to the top, and it stopped there.
Aldrich remained with the team through its Stanley Cup final victory, only leaving after being given an ultimatum to undergo an investigation or resign. In a statement, the Blackhawks calling the delay in taking action inexcusable. 3 years after Beach's alleged assault, Aldrich was convicted on sex charges involving a minor.
I felt so guilty that because I didn't do something, that it happened to this boy. But in the same breath, and over the next months, to get to this point, I owe him the greatest thanks ever, because he also gave me the power to come forward, to tell my story, to tell my truth. This is about a system that was broken, a system that is broken. I hope to spark a conversation to make a systematic change.
Well, thanks for that report. Now to the major shortage of 911 operators across the country. Many call centers are dealing with up to 50% vacancies, which means some emergency calls are going unanswered. ABC's Kenneth Moten has the latest.
911, where is the emergency? It's the call you expect will always pick up.
Total of 8 people that were dialing 911 and not one answer. Didn't even answer to say, please hold.
But for Ashley Bagwell from South Carolina, she says earlier this month, as her 6-year-old daughter Hadley was having a seizure, she couldn't get through to 911.
I was absolutely terrified. I remember just screaming, what do I do? You know, what do I do? I need them to talk me through what to do. It was the scariest moment of my entire life.
Bagwell says her oldest daughter ran to the neighbors who also dialed 911, but got no one.
We have actually been experiencing much higher staffing shortages throughout the pandemic, and it's actually really starting to kind of take a head.
The International Academies of Emergency Dispatch reporting some centers struggling with as much as 30 to 50% vacancies. In Alabama, 88 dispatcher jobs open across 10 agencies. Georgia's 911 coordinator telling GMA the state is suffering a critical staffing shortage, made worse after the death of 14 dispatchers from COVID-19. GMA visiting this 911 call center in Chesapeake, Virginia.
Just to advise you, that patient has a history of heart attack. My medic units are responding. They're going to be there as soon as possible.
where they say they are struggling to hire dispatchers.
We're about 30% short of overall staffing.
I'm sure that these men and women are doing everything they can to help the people who call here. But are there delays?
There are. We've seen a drop in our ability to answer 911 calls within 10 seconds and within 30 seconds, which is some of our standard. We're not able to be as fast as we were because I don't have enough available people to answer those phones.
The dispatchers trying to keep up with calls say it's frustrating.
As a supervisor, when you are in charge and you see those calls holding, it is stressful.
What concerns do you have when it comes to these shortages?
Be patient. Don't hang up because the line rings in a queue. Once you hang up and then call back again, now you're at the bottom.
Where Bagwell lives, Lexington County 911 officials say they're facing the same challenges when it comes to staffing shortages. And the calls were not answered due to a large volume of 911 calls received within a 15-minute period, which overloaded call takers. But county officials say dispatchers called back the initial caller within 3 minutes, but there was no answer. And several other calls were made, finally connecting with a caller 10 minutes after the first call.
I just hope no one ever has to experience the terror of this, and I just don't want anyone to have to go through the stress of 911 not answering when your child is unresponsive.
Our thanks to Kenneth Moten. And still to come, tell us what you want, what you really, really want. Coming up, we'll tell you just how many years you've been singing along to that song. You actually might not want to know.
This is what being live is all about. This is ABC News Live.
All right, we're gonna move back. Let's move back. We're surrounded by people squeezing into this bomb shelter.
We're on an urgent delivery run.
Not afraid to go there.
So my question, Mr. President, what are you so afraid of?
Breaking news, live events.
This is the moment.
Streaming straight to you, anytime, anywhere.
You just met one friend right here.
You're watching ABC News Live. Thanks for streaming with us.
All right, here we go. You ready? Let's do it.
Yes, it's the show America wants and America needs right now.
This is What Would You Do? Let's go. How are you?
Yes. So what will you be watching Saturdays on ABC News Live?
What would you do?
Hey, I guess I just found out.
The What Would You Do Marathon, 12 to 6 Eastern, every Saturday on ABC News Live.
My favorite show.
Admit it. These days, what you need to know
seems to change just about every day.
What is it that you really want to know, need to know?
To help you not just get through your day,
but to make the most of it. Feel smarter.
Feel better.
Feel happier.
Well, how about a third hour of Good Morning America?
GMA 3, what you need to know. Now streaming on ABC News Live.
It's all about you.
This is American history, a violent white mob, a brutal attack, 300 Black Americans killed right here in America. Now, it is time to uncover Tulsa's buried truth, the gripping story brought to light in a new podcast from ABC News, available now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcast app.
Sex, gambling, fraud, betrayal, and murder. Cutthroat Inc., the podcast. A family on a mission to find their son. A year's worth of conversations with the killer. Cutthroat Inc. Subscribe for free now on your favorite podcast app. Assault on the Capitol, the ABC News original, exclusively on Hulu, now streaming. Now with so much on the line, more Americans are turning to David Muir and ABC's World News Tonight than any other program across all of television.
We're tracking several headlines around the world. Outrage in Bolivia after an 11-year-old child became pregnant after being raped by a family member. The horrifying incident has reignited the abortion debate in the South American nation. Advocates holding signs saying girls, not mothers, marched in the city of Santa Cruz. According to a women's organization, last year, nearly 40,000 girls under the age of 18 became pregnant last year. An American woman who was convicted of killing her mother and then stuffing her in a suitcase while on vacation in Bali is now free. Heather Mack, who was 19 at the time of it all, was sentenced to 10 years in prison but released 3 years early for good behavior. However, she will be placed in a detention room at the immigration office as she waits for her flight back to the U.S. The chant of a generation is making a return. The Spice Girls released this new lyric video to their smash hit Wannabe ahead of the 25th. Yeah, that's right, the 25th anniversary of their debut album. The new video was recorded at the same hotel as the original, and the fonts represent the nicknames of each of the members. Okay, Halloween is upon us, which for many of us means it's time to curl up with your favorite scary movie. And 2021 was a big year in the long history of horror films. ABC's Chris Connolly takes us through some of the classics.
Enjoy a good scare at the movies? Then 2021 has your number.
Evil dies tonight.
Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween Kills.
What do? We fight.
John Krasinski and Emily Blunt on the run through A Quiet Place Part 2. Familiar pitch person Milana Weintraub, now in the congenial horror comedy Werewolves Within.
I love this song! The genre's moved forward. It's doing a lot more exciting things like cultural thrillers that address what's going on in the larger world at the moment while still kind of providing these scary moments.
That includes the first movie ever directed by a woman to win a box office weekend.
Candyman.
Nia DaCosta's 2021 reboot of Candyman, produced by Jordan Peele, who served up social commentary in his films Get Out and Us.
I love horror because it gets a visceral reaction. It gets an audible reaction, and it makes you feel first. Art that makes you feel ends up making you think.
Think on this. 2 decades ago, a turning point when horror went pop.
Like scary movies.
Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer. Plus the Blair Witch Project, terrifying teen audiences. Back in the 1970s, the shriek-worthy highlights of The Exorcist and Steven Spielberg's Jaws paved the way into the mainstream. The 80s brought us Jack Nicholson in The Shining.
Thank you, Clary.
30 years ago, The Silence of the Lambs not only was a major hit, it also swept the major Academy Awards, each film reflecting its era.
The things that people are scared about broadly at that time are the things that are going to be scary for movie-going audiences. I think the genre is never going to die, much like multiple monsters that you face often in horror movies.
And speaking of movies, one of the most highly anticipated blockbusters of 2021 is now out in theaters. Dune, based on the influential sci-fi novel, has arrived and its star-studded cast. And our own Maggie Rulli got a chance to meet them.
I guess I'm not in the mood today.
Mood? Yeah. What's mood to do with it? You fight when the necessity arises, no matter the mood. Now fight!
Dune, the much-awaited sci-fi epic brought to life with a star-studded cast. And they're just as excited to see it as the fans, maybe even more so.
I've seen it 4 times.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that the record? Well, maybe Denny has
I'm at 3.
3.
You're at 3,000.
It keeps getting better.
I got to enjoy the movie like any fan would. You know, I got to see it for the first time, truly. That was a really, really special screening.
No strangers to superhero films. Aquaman's Jason Momoa.
Permission to come aboard.
And Spider-Man's Zendaya. MJ. Are you okay? Round out the all-star cast. But in this film, Timothée Chalamet plays the hero, Paul Atreides.
Dad, what if I'm not the future of House Atreides?
Based on the best-selling cult favorite novel of the same name, Dune is a coming-of-age story.
What was it that drew you to this character?
Well, what drew me to the project was Denis and just the opportunity to work with him. First and foremost, I would have played the sand in this movie had they offered it to me. And then, yeah, at the center of that, just that fear, that desire to overcome it, the desire to fight for what's right. If there's some honor, I feel, it's to get to bring the story to generations that weren't alive in the 60s when Frank Herbert wrote it, but that can get something out of it, get something huge out of it. We can only go forward by learning from the past.
A central theme, how exploiting the planet's natural resources can lead to humanity's self-destruction.
The outsiders ravage our lands in front of our eyes.
It's a book that became sadly more relevant as time went by. I think Frank Herbert was trying to do a portrait of the 20th century, and it became just like a prophetic vision of what will happen today.
There should be no judgment for you to just enjoy it. But there are conversations to be had, and this generates a conversation. Whether or not you want to talk about geopolitical issues or recycling or feminism or equality, it's topical if you're open for it.
The dystopian sagas influence sci-fi on the big and small screen for more than half a century, inspiring series like Mad Max, Game of Thrones, and Star Wars. For decades, many have tried and failed to capture the essence of Dune on the silver screen. But the fandom, which includes director Denis Villeneuve, who read the book when he was just 13 years old, has long been left unsatisfied.
I was waiting for an adaptation for years. David Lynch, someone who I deeply respect, made an adaptation.
I'm sorry, Gurney. Not sorry enough.
That made me half satisfied in a way because there was strong things in it, but also things that I felt deviated from the book a bit too much. I was waiting and waiting and waiting for someone to make an adaptation, and it never came. So that's why we are here. Yeah.
The film follows Chalamet's character Paul as he's forced to survive on a harsh desert planet, all while struggling with prophetic visions of the future.
There's something awakening in my mind. I can't control it. What did you see?
That endless desert is home to the girl of Paul's dreams. Literally.
I don't believe you're the Lisan al-Gaib. But I want you to die with honor.
Played by Zendaya, a wordless harbinger of his fate.
What was that like, knowing that you had to show up and convey so much with just your presence?
What was special to me about the visions is it kind of leaves the audience trying to figure out what is the significance of this character, because we only see her through his visions. We don't actually know her at all.
They do.
The cast says they're proud to be a part of a sci-fi legacy, as well as finding a chosen family in the process.
I have to say, what I've loved so far is just watching the five of you together. It's been the most entertaining interview I think I've ever been a part of. You're welcome. It's just an act.
We hate each other's guts.
Yeah. I'm sure working on something like Dune, what we've all known is this, again, this iconic movie and film. It's been our story, part of our culture for decades, and now you're a part of it, so you probably had a lot of expectations. But what's something that just totally surprised you about working on this film?
I don't know about you guys, but so much of acting for me when you go on a new project is always the process of like something revealing its origin to you, but you kind of have to find your way to it. But not that it's the same, but you know, you find your rhythm, you find your family, and this is like a tight-knit family now.
It's so easy with Timothy. Yeah, I think of him as like a younger brother, like on and off set, super comfortable, and he's extremely intelligent and funny. It's really, we laugh.
I just want to say, like, in the least corny way possible, this is the dream, right? This is like being able to be a part of something like this with people like this and learn from them and be around them and love what you do. That's the dream.
Our thanks to Maggie for a look at some movie magic. That's our show for tonight. Stay tuned to ABC News Live for more context and analysis of the day's top stories. I'm Andrew Dimbert. Thanks for streaming with us.
It was an extraordinary story.
A computer salesman was supposed to report to prison to begin a 17-year sentence.
They let him turn himself into